Jai Hind, my dear students. Today we are moving to the second part in the financial statement of a company. I hope you have learned the whole items in equity and liability. Today we will learn in detail what are the items coming under the heading, the major heading, asset. You know very well already in the class 11 basic terms. You have learned what are the different classification of assets. So all the same items here we are recording and some more additional items are there. So don't forget to watch the entire video to learn all the concepts. Don't forget to share this video with your friends. So welcome to my new video, how we can record the items coming under the heading asset. So what is asset? You know very well. You have to remember, you have to recall what you have learned in class 12. Asset are the properties, you know. Here in this format, already I had shown in the previous video lesson, it is the structural arrangement of items coming under the heading asset that we are going to learn. Before that, what is asset? And the asset is classified into non-current asset and current asset. All these things we are going to learn in detail. So just give a few moments to learn, and regarding this video, you can expect 4 mark question in the board exam. So what is asset? All the things which can be used for the running of an organization. An asset can be that something that can be used for generating cash inflows and reduce the expenses by selling them and improving the sale of product, also manufacturing goods, everything. All that things are collectively known as asset. You know, it is the property, any goods, any things, whatever it may be, tangible or intangible, which helps for generating revenue, which helps for the running of the organization, is known as asset. So please keep in mind the meaning of the term asset. And what are the different classification? Already we have learned the types of assets include current asset and non-current asset. Assets which can be on the basis of liquidity, it is classified. So first of all, we have to learn in detail what are the items coming under the non-current asset. My dear students, you know very well, non-current assets are those items which are used for a long period in the organization. Non-current asset include fixed asset, tangible asset, intangible asset, capital work in progress, intangible asset under construction, non-current investment, deferred tax assets, long-term loans and advances, other non-current assets. So what is fixed asset? You know very well, the assets which are used for a long time, a fixed time duration, up to the end of the organization, that is known as fixed asset. It includes two subdivisions, tangible asset and intangible asset. You know very well, tangible assets are those fixed assets which we can visualize, we can feel, we can touch, we can know the presence of that particular item in our organization. The lot of examples we can collect like land and building, plant and machinery, furniture, vehicles, equipments, computer, all these things are known as the business premises. All these things are known as fixed tangible asset. So the assets which have physical existence are known as tangible assets, and intangible assets are known as the assets which do not have any physical presence. Only we can feel the presence of that item in the organization. You know very well the importance of goodwill. Goodwill, it shows the value of reputation of an organization, trademark, brand name, recipes, designs, copyright, patent, royalty. All these are the best examples for intangible fixed asset in a business organization. So Under non-current asset, fixed asset come. Fixed assets are those assets which are used for a long duration. It again classified into two, intangible asset and tangible asset. All of you please keep in mind what are the examples of tangible and intangible assets. Then another item, capital work in progress. Capital work in progress. The best example, suppose you are running a business organization and for the diversification, in order to bring more and more products, you are forced to create a new building to store the raw material and the finished goods, also for conducting the production activities, packing, everything. You are forced to create a new building. You started the foundation work and the work is in progress. Construction of the building is under progress. That is known as capital work in progress. It is not yet finished. It is not yet finished. Still, it is progressing. The work of that building or the installment of a machine, if it is under progress, that is known as capital work in progress. And what is intangible asset under construction? So in capital work in progress, the tangible fixed assets which are under construction is known as capital work in progress. Like the same, intangible assets under development means, suppose you are creating a new logo for your organization, a new trademark for your organization, or a new name for your organization, products, tagline, recipes, a design. If it is under construction, under development, that is known as intangible asset under development. So that is another item coming under non-current asset. And my dear students, you have to keep in mind one thing. These two items, capital work in progress and intangible asset under development, are not considered for any calculation. We are just estimating because it is not finished. We can't find out or finalize the actual value, the original value of these items. It is still under construction, under development. And another item is non-current investment. You know very well, if you are investing some amount in a bank for more than 1 year, or you are investing the amount of money in a company's share for more than 1 year, or in the company's debenture for more than 1 year, that is non-current investment. The investment made by the firm in some other company or in the bank, that is known as, and the duration it will be more than 12 months or 1 year. That is known as non-current investment. And another item is deferred tax asset that we will discuss later. Long-term loans and advances, that includes the amount of money given by the company as loans and advances to the third party or to the member of the organization, workers of the organization. That amount, the loan amount given by the firm to outsiders, that is known as long-term loans and advances. And other current assets also, other non-current assets also there. So remember, these are the explanation, these are the classification of non-current asset in the heading, major heading asset. Then the second part of asset is what? Current asset. Types of current asset include current investment, inventories, trade receivable, cash and cash equivalents, short-term loans and advances, other current assets. So what is current investment? In the previous slide, we have discussed about non-current investment, the investment made by the organization for more than 1 year. Here, current investment means the amount of money invested by the firm for maximum of 12 months or 1 year, which will be collected back at the end of a financial year or 12 months or 1 year. So that is current investment. Inventory, it is another term for stock. It includes stock of raw material, stock of finished goods, stock of work in progress, stock of loose tools, all the things, spares and parts, everything are come under inventory. Trade receivable, you know very well, otherwise it is known as account receivable. And trade receivable include debtors and bills receivable. You know very well, debtors means the person who is purchasing product from the company on credit, or the person who is collecting product on credit from the organization is known as debtors. And bills receivable also come under trade receivable. Cash and cash equivalents include cash in hand, cash at bank, bank overdraft, bank or DD, demand draft, not overdraft, it is demand draft. Also, the amount of checks. So, all these instruments also come under cash and cash equivalents. Short-term loans and advances given by the firm to outsiders for a period of 12 months. Other current assets may include prepaid expenses, accrued income, etc. So, my dear students, please keep in mind all these things, and we have to learn some different concept. Already, I have discussed what is capital work in progress. Capital work in progress represents the cost incurred to debt on a fixed asset which is still under construction at the balance sheet date. The cost being incurred on such assets cannot be recognized as an operating asset until they qualify as a ready to use asset. Whenever the assets are ready, up to that time it is under construction. Once it is ready for working, then we can say it may be a machine, building, whatever may be. So capital work in progress, keep in mind. Intangible asset under construction. It also includes the amount spent for the development of intangible assets, maybe patent, trademark, designs, etc. Remember all that things. Deferred tax asset. Already we have discussed what is deferred tax liability. Accounting income is more than taxable income. That is known as deferred tax liability. Here it is just opposite. Accounting income is less than the taxable income. That means we have to pay more amount of tax during the year. It is still pending. The word deferred stands for postponed or delayed, and the concept of deferred tax refers to a tax which is due for the current financial year or has been estimated but it is not paid yet. The tax originates when the tax amount is either paid or carried forward. Sometimes it will be carried forwarded for the next year without mentioning it in the income statement. So that amount. So just remember, when the taxable income is more than the accounting income, then it is known as deferred tax asset. So that are the things you have to keep in mind from the part of the area asset. Let us solve one problem. Here also we are discussing how we can record the items under the headings as a heading. Also, we have to remember how we have to represent the answer. Bank balance, investment, authorized capital, bills payable, unclaimed dividend, shares option, general reserves, subsidiary reserves are there. So it will be recorded like this. Bank balance, you know, current asset is the major heading, and subheading it will be cash and cash equivalents. Investment, it is a non-current asset, it will come under non-current investment. Outside salary comes under current liability, and we are recording under other current liability. Authorized capital, you know, shareholders fund, and return under the heading share capital. Bills payable, it is a current liability recorded under trade payable. Unclaimed dividend recorded under current liability and comes under the subheading other current liability. Share option outstanding account, actually it is related to shareholders fund, and reserve and surplus. General reserve, again shareholders fund, reserve and surplus. Subsidiary reserve, shareholders fund, and reserve and surplus. Let us solve another one problem to create a small statement of balance sheet. Only few items are there. debentures, stock in trade, goodwill, provision for tax. 4 items. We have to prepare the balance sheet as per the Schedule 3 of Companies Act 2013. So it will be in the form of heading balance sheet as at equity and liability. Shareholders fund is there. Under that only non-current liability, it will include long-term borrowings 1,90,000 and short-term provision. It includes the amount of provision for tax 60,000 and 6,000 here is 10 is cutted, and also the intangible asset is recorded under non-current asset, and 20,000 is the amount, and inventory is there, that amount is recorded under current asset. When we find the total, it will be different because all the items are not there, it is not tallied. But remember, in this way also we can represent our answer how to record by drawing an extract of balance sheet. Extract of balance sheet. So my dear students, please keep in mind the format. In the next video lesson, we are going to learn in detail the preparation of statement of profit and loss. Another important statement is the financial statement of a company. So thank you for the entire section, and thank you for watching the video completely. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye.